Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to another Hollinger Team video blog. This one is kind of a recap from a previous video that I did a fair number of years ago, and it was talking about the pace of building at that time and how low it was relative in comparison with the number of households that are being created every year. And it was creating a relative to the number of new homes that were being created. And I ran across a couple of good graphs that just were produced that show a couple different perspectives. The first one is a graph that says the builders aren't overbuilding, they're just catching up. And I think that's kind of helpful because it shows back over a period of time where there was it's still up and down on an annual basis, but it shows certainly a greater pace than we've seen for the last decade plus, more than a decade. And we had a surge there, and then everything really dropped off. And it's that part there that's catching up is a tough thing to do. And when you get back to what was previous level, that doesn't make up for the deficit that was created. That takes me to the other graph, which is the number of new homes on the market is reaching the highest level in 2009. Well, that's an interesting graph too. If you look at that one, you can see that straight line of the building of that's being compared there. Then there's a little blip that went above that. But if you look at the huge area underneath that, that just shows you the depth of the lack of inventory for households have been created, which have driven to things that I've talked about before, like multi-generational housing. So we have parents and children or children and parents living in households and things like that, where just the demand for homes is so great that there's other modifications that in lifestyles and stuff like that that are going on. But the other thing I wanted to kind of point out is that is going to be reflective in a long-term up market for housing and the housing prices, because the demand is still strong. The deficit is still huge. And even when you go back to normal levels of building, you have to exceed that to make up for that deficit that was created. Hopefully these charts are helpful and informative, and maybe even cause for some good talk and discussion. Appreciate you viewing another Hollinger Team video blog. Please subscribe, pass this on to your friends, like it, and we'll be coming out with another couple of good, interesting videos soon.